Back at it with another one. Blue is our city, Manchester City fan channel. So, what are we talking about here today? We're talking about us versus Tottenham. Getting ready for this preview. Match is going down tomorrow, live from their place. I know we're playing them at their stadium. So, not really looking forward to playing these guys, if I must be honest. I'm really not, really not. They looking good right now, and we're just trying to really find our flow as we go through this. But one reason I wouldn't be so excited is just I remember last time we played them. So I'm going to talk about that in this preview. Last time we played them, what's going to be different this time. So as you watch this video, I hope you like the content. We're going to be talking about this preview lot leading up to, this game here tomorrow, right? So basically, Tottenham versus Manchester City happened last year. Mourinho's got them playing, and they were just kind of figuring things out. I remember last year we basically played them. I think they had Steven Bergwijn. They had just signed him, and basically Mourinho just threw him straight into the lineup. I think they was playing with Winks at the time, and then they had Lo Celso playing as those two midfield holding positions at the time. So back in February, Mourinho got them. They lined up 4-2-3-1, I believe. Harry Kane's not in this match. They got Lucas. So as we playing in this game and as this game unfolds, you'll just notice and you'll see why. I just really wasn't feeling this game. So, at the time, I think we went 4-3-3. I think we had Zinchenko, we had Otamendi at the back, we had Ferner, and I'm hoping to everything. I love that he doesn't do that again. But Walker was playing. We had no Laporte playing in this game, and Gundogan and Rodri, providing that extra defensive steal, if you will. So that's the way we play, and I'm thinking he might play that again tomorrow. But we'll see as we went through, as we go through. But Mahrez was actually playing in this game. And I'm gonna touch on that point here a little bit later. Anybody that's been watching the show for the few videos I've done knows that I don't hate Riyad Mahrez. I got nothing really against him. He's just not my cup of tea. But he did play, pretty well in that match last time. So we hoping that I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna see him this time, but whatever. So he played in that match last time, and we had a few great opportunities within this match. But at the end of the day, let's just face it. I think it was about the 60th minute. Zinchenko was already on a yellow card, and he ended up getting another yellow card. And we went down to 10, and next thing I know, Bergwijn scores his first goal against us on some crazy pass or some crazy like get the ball up here and then just shoot it right in the box and went straight in. He celebrated. He was happy. I'm sitting there looking sad. It was just not a good moment for us. So that's just what it was. We also had some penalty opportunities in this game. I think Gundogan had a penalty that ended up being saved by Lloris, and some nonsense when Sterling got the ball. It should have been a penalty, but I'm not going to go into that. So basically, long story short, is that we down to 10, and Son finishes us off. He just does what he does. I think it was around the 70-minute mark or something like that. So he just finished us off 2-0 to those guys. So they end up doing that, and I'm still feeling the effects of it today, as you could tell. So fast forward today. What we talking about? We really got, them Spurs are sitting nice right now. They sitting second. I think they 1 point behind Leicester. They had 17 points from 8 matches. You know, Kane and Son is looking real good right now. They doing their thing, and they just they firing on all cylinders, man. I mean, they got them two firing. They added two new fullbacks. I think Regulon might be playing for them tomorrow. So they looking strong, really. If you really think about it, with this new signings, they got Hoiberg in there. They brought Garrett Bale back, and even Joe Hart plays for them. So go figure, right? So that's just what we're really looking at, with them right now. Their form. Let's talk about their form. Their form, Spurs is 4-1 in the Premier League. If you're watching this, one thing you should know is I'm only talking about the Premier League. That's just my bread and butter. That's what I talk about. So, Spurs is 4-1 their last few Premier League games. They winning games are nail biters. I mean, 1-0, 2-1. That's just Mourinho style ball. So that's what they looking strong right now. I must admit they looking solid. Mourinho got them playing and that nice flow, and then added those two fullbacks and Doherty, and then Regulon. They pushing up. They looking strong. They really are doing their thing. So, you know, then you look at our run of form right now. We currently sitting at what 10th right now, and 10th, and we got 12 points on 7 matches. The good news is that we do have a game in hand, which is really needed at this point. But just like they made new signings and new additions, so did we. Now we got Diaz in there. We signed Ake. Hopefully Ake might play tomorrow. I'm not sure about that, but it'd be a good test for Diaz to be able to see these strong teams. Last time we played out, we played Liverpool, and you know that was a draw. So that's just where we at. But if you look at our last few games, what are we? I mean, I think we might be 2-3, 2-3 in the league right now in our last 5 games. Our last win was against Sheffield, and that was a 1-0 win. So, that's just what it is. I think we won against them. We drew against Leeds. We drew against West Ham. We drew against Liverpool. So we really need this win. I'm really looking forward to seeing what Pep is going to do. It is Pep Guardiola, so I'm not going to profess to even know what this man is going to do. But it might be interesting what we see with this lineup. Will we see Gundogan and Rodri playing in those two positions as opposed to maybe like a Rodri and then maybe like a Bernardo? You know what I'm saying? Like I have no idea, but I can tell you what I want to see. So you know, I'm gonna get into what I think I want to see personally. Like the back four basically is going to pick itself at this point. Walker's in there. Diaz is in there. Laporte is in there, and I don't know what he's really going to do at left back because Ake, from what I remember, is that he's been hurt, but I think he's back to full fitness. So I think this might be an Ake game. Benjamin Mendy, I don't think he's playing. Are we going to see Cancelo? We might see Cancelo playing right left back. We might see him playing left back. Who knows? I think more than likely we will see him playing left back, but it would be interesting, and I just had a thought. I was like, yo, we need to be strong. We need to be solid in this match. Is this going to be one of those chances that Guardiola might just switch it up on us? We might see something real clever from him to where we see, a back three where you see maybe, Laporte, Diaz, and Walker in there, and then have Cancelo playing right wing back. And the reason why I say something like that, he might just get real clever with it, is because we know we need to do one thing. We need to stop Harry Kane and Son. That's the only things we need to do, and worry about counterattacking football if you want to add that, because they will kill us on the counterattack if they get the opportunity. So I think Guardiola is really going to pay attention to that, making sure that he either isolate his Son, take his son out of the game if Harry Kane's trying to, drop deeper and get the ball, and then outlet to, I think Mora is probably going to be on the right. So I'm a little iffy on Cancelo playing, man. If Mora's going to be on that right, or he might hit us with Bergwin. I don't see him hitting us with Bergwin, but he might just be a little clever. We don't need somebody out there who Cancelo's going to get too far forward, and then you got some breakaway specialist with wings flying at him. I'm not ready for that. I'm just not ready for that. So I don't know if he's going to do that. I really think we're going to see Gundogan and Rodri. Pardon me, gotta take a swig sometimes. But I really do think we're going to see Gundogan and Rodri here. And the reason being is that we need to be sound defensively. I think if we put Bernardo in there and Rodri in there together, I don't see it. And unfortunately, Fern is out of this game. So I don't really know. I don't really know what we're going to do in midfield, but I know that maybe Roger and Gundogan will be involved somehow, some way, and probably with Kevin in there in the midfield. But Kevin just does whatever Kevin wants to do, pretty much now. Going to that forward line, we look at then. So I think it's Jesus. Guerrero might have been back in training. I read somewhere, but I don't know if he's ready. We heard about Sterling this week. Being able to say, pulling away from England duty. So I think he'll be ready to go. I think no, regardless of what Guardiola is saying, regardless of what anybody is saying, I really believe that Sterling will be playing this game. Pep really trusts Sterling. Even though Sterling might not be firing on all cylinders offensively sometimes, Pep knows he's going to get that work rate from him. So it's just somebody who's consistent, to where he'll be able to provide that energy on that left hand side. What he's going to do on the right hand side is really interesting to me. Do we go with Torres? Torres was looking good. He was looking good on Spain and Spain duty. A hat trick. He was finishing. So ideally, I would like to see Torres get a run out there on the right hand side. But I really do believe in my heart of hearts he's going to go with Mahrez. I really do. I really do, because and it might even, like I said, I'm not the biggest Mahrez fan, but it might work to our benefit, because imagine if, I think that would be Regulon. Regulon loves getting forward. He loves getting forward, and you kind of really know him from putting those balls into the box, and then maybe Harry Kane or somebody like that getting on the end of it. We don't want to see that, but on the other end, if you got Mahrez kind of in that counter-attacking position, let's say Kevin dings that ball over the top, Mahrez gets it. One thing Mahrez is good at, we all know, is his first touch. So if he could bring that ball down, cut inside, and just shoot directly, he's going to have some opportunities in this match. So that's what I really believe this game is going to come down to. Can we stop them on the counter attack? Or are we going to be solid defensively? And then offensively, can we exploit them from if they try to get far forward? Because we know that we can play beautiful football. We haven't seen it much this year. I mean, outside of the Champions League, but we don't talk about that over here. We don't talk about that over here. But, right now, I just think that if we get Sterling on the left hand side again, Torres a run out there, or Mahrez in this opportunity, we're going to have to hit them with counter attack of football. We have to be clinical with our chances. We probably will get, I think, about 7 chances in this opportunity in this game, rather, because it's Mourinho, so he's going to try to make sure his defense is solid. But if we get around those 7 chances, we need to be clinical with at least three of those 7 chances that we get. And hopefully, my prediction is that we're going to win 2-1. I really do. And like I said, we need this. We need this. So, other City fans out there, people watching this content, please let me know how you feel. Feel free to like the video. Feel free to share it. But also, feel free to chat at me. The reason why we do this is because we feel like, at least I'm over here in the U.S., there's other City fans over here in the U.S. We trying to let the voice be heard. Talk to you later. Peace.